my significant other's friends aren't necessarily my friends.
Okay.
Right? Like you, and I feel like sometimes people get that confused. It's like, you can be friends or you could be friends with your significant other's friends, but it's like that's not just because you're my girlfriend's friend doesn't mean that we are.
You're not true
we
friends.
Two are friends.
You're not true
right?
friends. You're
Not
kind of
enough
like
to pay the tab.
Yeah,
right?
You're not true friends.
However, just because again the way I was raised, I've always been taught like men take on the
etiquette.
burden.
It's just etiquette. Not even men. I think it's etiquette. Like, to be honest, I think people make this too much of a man-woman thing. I think to have etiquette. You know what I'm trying to say?
So I guess I'll bring up another.
But that's
message.
not,
No, it's just etiquette.
Yeah.
It really
no,
is
but
just
I don't
etiquette.
think that's etiquette though.
It is etiquette because
But
the thing
why?
is, it's etiquette because the thing is.
But why? Then therefore, season
6,
episode
One.
We
Uno.
here,
Numero
we here,
uno.
we back. I'm super excited to be back.
what was it, like a 3-month break?
It feels like that,
Feels
don't
like
it?
it. It's been a
Yo,
while.
I'm not gonna lie. The last episode that we released, when I watch it and like I hear the conversations that we had, I'm like, damn, this shit was a long time ago.
Jesus.
But then there were 4. We are back. I'm excited. I got the 2 friends, the amigo and the amiga in the building. We got Invisible Man in the background, still rocking heavy.
We have Hendel's soul
and
right
we
here.
have, we have Hendel's soul over there. Hen, how you doing? How's Miami?
He's good. He's good.
I think he's having a good time. I think he's having a good time.
The soul says he's good.
He's good. He's having a great time. But we are back and we are ready to pod. To the right of me, reintroduce yourself to the first-time listeners, last time listeners.
Okay.
Weirdos
Kids
on
looking at me.
Google.
I can't even do my
ahead.
usual thing. It's your boy Gids.
It's who?
It's your boy Gids.
It's not G no more?
AKA G.
The
The streets told me to go hard.
the streets.
By saying G. So I'm back with a G again. And K still giving me weird looks, but I mean I know what that means. She just loves me. I'm in the building. Yeah.
We literally need an HR department on this right now.
Yo, she's giving me the eye.
We need
she's giving me
to.
the eye, and she's saying she needs.
Don't even Invisible Man.
Yo.
See, Invisible Man knows. Invisible Man knows.
I'm sorry, it's been a while.
What's going on? How's life been, man? No, I'm saying, how's life been?
I've been
checking on you, bro.
I've been good. I'm not clocking you, K. I've been good. I miss recording, bro. I miss being here. I miss recording. That's why I'd be like in the podcast, like kind of like texting. Oh, when are we gonna do this?
Is that why you on Clubhouse the way you are?
I mean, Clubhouse
is built for you, bro.
Niggas that talk all day long.
No, niggas that have something to say. Niggas that have something to say. Alright? We don't talk, we speak. Alright?
Oh, okay.
What?
We don't talk, we speak. As in we make
Is that like the
speeches.
Oprah where you
I told you about them
silent or were you
haikus. I told
silent?
you about them haikus.
Hey, no, but
Were you silent?
No, but what's interesting is on Clubhouse actually, like they like very introspective conversations that go on. Like,
Yeah.
we had this topic about, I think I posted it, about morality and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It was very like those are the reasons why I'm on Clubhouse for.
Yeah. So I see, like the off season, I see it treated you well. You've been on Clubhouse a lot.
Yeah, man.
Doing a lot of.
Yeah, they love me on like K, so I be going where I'm loved,
So
Did you get a girlfriend on Clubhouse yet?
did
or
you?
what?
Yeah, bro. That's
Any
a great
shorties?
question.
Like,
any shorties?
Why
What's
are you
going
even on there? Talk to niggas all day?
Yeah.
No, I'm there
Nah,
having
there was
introspective
actually,
conversation.
believe it or not, we gonna stop right there because believe it or not, there was a girl who was like, "Is Gideon's on here?" I went into one of the rooms. I was sitting there like, "Oh, hey, is Gidd sleeping?" I was like, "Is he sleeping?" So yeah, why don't you kind of talk about that?
Yo, my
So who
man
is that?
Kev is clocking me
No,
on
I'm
Clubhouse.
just saying. Every room I go into, it just seems like Gidd is there. What's going on? Like, what is that?
Is that like your new Tinder, your new?
Yeah, bro.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, honestly, I'm really there having. Like,
yes, great conversation.
Yeah.
Got it. But let's move on to the real stuff.
The real stuff.
Like, come on,
let's
bro.
get to the
Don't
juicy
give me
stuff.
the textbook conversation.
Yeah, bro.
Give
What's
me
really
like,
going on in there?
Bro,
I see your followers going up, bro.
yeah.
how many followers you got?
I don't know. I don't even know how many followers. I have.
Look.
He knows. He has that shit tatted on him. Now you don't know.
I don't know.
But anyway, it's good to see you in good spirits. It's good to see you doing well.
Yeah.
Kay.
So you guys are gonna do me like handle, huh?
No, we just asking questions. First lady of the podcast.
I interfered.
I didn't even say anything yet.
Kay does have a lot to say. But
my mother's calling. I'll answer her later.
how's everything been? For the first time listeners, new time listeners, introduce yourself.
It's Kay.
Okay.
I haven't figured out my punchline yet. It's been like a whole season, and I should have, but life's been rough.
What about the nickname? Like, how's that going?
Cash. A lot of people have actually been calling me Cash. I'm
Really?
like, ooh.
Cash?
You like that?
Because my name is Kashia.
So
So
are you
everyone's
the
just
real
like,
KD?
I'm the real K du jour. So if anyone you know how many times I try to change my Instagram name to K du jour and it's taken? That is literally my name.
You're the real Katie.
I'm the real K du jour.
She said I am she.
It's like all y'all
It's
there.
me.
Y'all the fakes.
I'm like, ugh. Anyways, it's been rough, but I'm alive. I'm vaccinated.
Oh,
I'm good.
You're one of those.
You got the superpower, huh?
I did get the superpower. Like, it came overnight.
Oh,
After the vomiting and the fever, I got the superpower.
really?
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Wow, you went through it?
I did.
That's a
Well,
hell of a way to
actually,
get superpowers.
I can't tell if it was the vaccine or if it was because I was like 6 mimosas deep. Like, I couldn't tell which one it was.
So you got vaccinated and drank?
Yeah.
A champ. A whole champ.
I'm trying to build my tolerance for the vacations that I miss. I'm like now getting them back.
Oh.
So I have to like work on being able to be blackout.
I saw you into Miami. You talked about it a bit during Super Bowl
I
weekend.
did.
How was that? Oh.
It was entertaining,
the
but
story.
I was reminded again of why the dating scene isn't for me. So,
Oh, that's actually.
so I'll give you actually a funny
Yeah,
story.
yeah, go
So
ahead,
we went
go ahead.
out and we went to one spot. It's called Racket in Wynwood. Dope spot. People were in masks. It was cute. Drinks are fun. We meet these guys, and they were looking for the same spot as us, but I guess that place wasn't originally named Racket, so on like Google Maps, it's a different name.
Okay.
So we're standing in front. He's like, "Yo, we're looking for Racket." We're like, "So are we?" And it was right there. Whatever. They're buying us drinks. They meet up there with their boys, and then they're like, "Oh, we're going to another Nigerian spot. Y'all want to come?"
Okay.
And my friend's kind of like the one that's like, I'm not trying to get kidnapped. And I'm like, I need a little bit of excitement in my life. Like, let's go. So they have a beautiful car. It was like an orange, like matte Jeep. I'm like, oh, this is for me.
Wow.
We get in the car. They take us
Wow.
to Nigerian spot. We skip the line. It's VIP. It's like a beautiful thing. They ordered me like a whole plate of food. They ordered me and my friend a bottle. And then the bottle girl's like, oh, you guys want water? And he goes, bottled. I'm like, he's gonna be bottled water.
Okay.
So it's like whatever. We exchange information, and then now we're being nosy. We're like, let's look up these guys. His LinkedIn profile picture was his wedding picture. And then I was like, I'm not crazy. He wasn't wearing a ring. So I zoomed in on one of the pictures we had.
Look at the extent that women go through.
No, because I didn't know.
FBI.
Now I'm starting to
Look
sound
at
crazy,
this.
but I didn't want to look like
FBI.
that girl. I'm like, damn, like, did I miss the ring? Like, am I missing it?
Am I
so
missing
I zoomed
it?
in, and he didn't have it
bro.
on. So,
So
anyways, he had a beautiful family, and I wish him the best.
So he's a married man.
He's a married man, and Kay works for the FBI. I think that's from that story.
My side gig. But
So-
honestly, I didn't do most of the FBI. My friend did most of the FBI engagement. I just
Yo,
did like
that's
the
what-
backup
yo,
stuff.
All
like,
women say
Women.
that. All women.
no,
My
but
friend
I
did the
really
FBI.
didn't. No, I'm just saying, like, I was on like zoomed in on the picture and make sure like I didn't miss anything.
Women.
But I mean,
That's the only
they
investigation you
paid,
did,
and
right?
I was
Look.
like, you know what? Do you want me to throw down for the table, for decoration? He was like, no, we good, we got it. I'm like,
And that's how the night ended?
that's exactly how that.
No, that's dope. That's dope. I'm glad.
Yeah.
I'm glad to hear that. You guys had a good time out there.
Oh, I will tell another funny story. The Uber kicked us out. Like, we were going back to like our hotel, and the Uber had kicked us out. And I'm like so gone. I don't even know why the Uber kicked us out. He dropped us off in like the middle of some ghetto area, and it reminded me of when that situation with that girl in the Uber where she was coughing all over him, that reminded me. I was like, oh shit, like that actually happened to us. He dropped us off in the middle of nowhere for no reason. And I'm like, I had a video in the Uber, so like I knew like we weren't being crazy. No one puked or anything happened. So my friend reported it to Uber, and like they gave us all of our money back. So moral of the story is, I actually don't have a moral of the story. That girl was wrong in that video, and I wasn't.
Do women? I got a question based off that. Only because I have a couple trips lined up. You know, it's coming up. But
Loading.
So one thing that's constantly brought up is like renting out cars, and like guys always like to rent out cars just to do your thing.
Flex.
They just like to flex,
right? So one of the things that was brought up is like, nigga, I got family out there. Honestly, I've taken a trip and we rented a car. I'm like, honestly, it would probably been far more cost efficient just to Uber everywhere.
It's just easier.
Right?
No one has to DD. You don't have to worry about parallel parking.
What do you think?
But
My
the
question
rental is
is
convenient.
But my question is this, right? What do you think of, like as men? Do you think, well, not as men, but as a girl, do you think men should always rent out vehicles on trips compared to Uber and everywhere?
No, because then both of us can't get drunk.
I see.
Like I want us to
See?
both be It's no fun if it's just me.
And that's like literally my constant thing. I'm like, why would I
No,
rent out
I mean it also depends on the kind of trip. Like if we're going to like just do like excursion, I mean like every trip I get drunk. But point is like if it's a trip where it's like we're gonna do like museums and like cute stuff, like okay, you can get a car, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But then like if we're going to Atlanta, why are we renting a car when parking at Onyx is like $85?
That's what.
Why are we doing that?
Yeah, so it depends. Yeah, it depends on where you go and how you plan it.
I mean,
That's true.
I'm going to like places where I'm going.
I'm not getting a U-Haul, regardless.
No, absolutely not. No.
Yo, the way she
fucking
said
way.
it seems like she has something against you. I'm not getting the U-Haul.
Did you not see the girls getting U-Hauls for All-Star Weekend?
I didn't see that.
Oh.
They were living in their U-Hauls.
Oh,
shit.
oh.
I did not see that, bro.
Oh, we
You
missed
didn't see
that.
all the GoFundMes for the people
I seen
trying
the
to get back
GoFundMes.
home?
I'm stuck in Atlanta. That's some wild shit.
Yo,
and
it's-
people was paying.
It gets weird down south, bro.
No, it just gets trippy when it's like a heightened like All-Star Weekend, Super Bowl weekend,
All the
like,
ball
all
players
those
out there,
like
all the football
everyone's trying to
players
get
out there.
chose.
Yeah,
It's like kind of like Jersey chasers, huh?
Like what?
Jersey chases.
You didn't know that's what
What is that?
That's what he called.
That's
them.
what
I
they
don't know.
call
I
them.
never heard that.
Who's they, or is it just you?
No, this is a term out there, like
Oh.
Jersey chasers.
That bitch a choosy.
Like,
Never. No, I'm just kidding.
Like they're people that go into colleges to try to marry athletes.
Oh, Jersey Chasers.
Yeah.
Oh, I
That's
thought
what
you
I
meant
said.
like Jersey, like New Jersey. I was like, I don't know what that is.
no.
Oh, Jersey. Yes,
Yeah,
I know
yeah,
that
yeah.
term.
But it's good to see that you guys are alive and in good health. I know Endo's in good
How have
spirits
you been?
as well. I
know, we didn't even
been-
talk about you.
I've been good. I'm not going front. Like,
No, you got a Houston story. That's what I'm trying to hear.
Oh yeah, nah. Like first of all, I went to Houston. I'm gonna say, has anyone been to Houston before?
I have.
I've landed.
You
there.
have? Mm-hmm. Yo, the number one thing I realized, the shit.
Did
is
you go to,
way different?
What's that spot that everyone goes to
What's that?
in Houston?
I don't know.
No.
He's not a
Where?
bitch. He doesn't know.
Where did you go in Houston?
So I went
Because if
to-
you went to Houston, you had to go to this spa.
No, so
What?
I went to this place called
The address. Did you go to the address?
No, I didn't go to the address.
Oh.
It's crazy like that? Nah,
Whoa.
you know where I went? I went to some place called Seaside. Oh my goodness.
Is it a
brunch spot.
rooftop?
Nah, a rooftop.
Oh.
A brunch spot. It looks like literally like a regular diner, but there's like a back area and everything to it. Oh my goodness.
It was
what a
romantic.
great time.
Romantic vibes.
Had an absolutely great time. Now, no.
Just vibes.
That shit
Just
was. Bottle shorties come out with the.
That's my favorite part. When I see them, I'm
I was
like,
in there like, yeah. No,
That's-
I
I
had
was
a
gonna
great
say that
time.
reminds
Kay
me
likes
of
too much
something.
alcohol. You got so happy
No,
when you
bro.
tell
It just
alcohol
reminded
stories.
me of this girl. She tweeted. She was like, "Y'all really be going to the club to pay $300 for a bottle you can get for $30?" Yes,
Yeah. It was
because
a,
I can sit
Yeah.
and I can cut the line.
it was a great
it's the
time.
experience.
It was a great time, and yeah, one thing I noticed about Houston. So the first night we got there and everything, and I'm not gonna make this a long story, but the first time we got there, we ended up like it was Thursday. We ended up sleeping, and just got up at like 1 a.m. and we're like,
Ready to go.
let's go out.
Yup.
That shit, they really party till 7 a.m. out there, bro. Like they
And they
go
have
till
after
7
hours
a.m.
spots.
Yeah. Yo, we went.
Lit.
This place looked like a
Sounds
little
like
plaza,
Ghana.
like a little like, say like there's a Payless, a T-Mobile, a Stop and Shop, like one of those plaza things. I'm like,
getting weird.
they
Ain't no way.
park the car. They go, yo, we here. I'm like, huh? Looking
We
around. I'm like, ain't no fucking way, no way people are partying in here.
Yes.
A little, I promise you, it looks like it was like a little store shop.
Was it like a little hookah spot?
You open the door,
Bro.
no COVID rules.
This is the jungle.
Everybody just, I
It's
got
weird.
a mask on. I got a mask on, and I'm like,
That's how they know you're not from
bro,
there.
they're looking at me like,
What's good with this nigga?
Like, bro, this is a jungle.
Yo,
what you here to do?
and then my biz goes, yo, bro, take off the mask right now.
You embarrassing me.
You're embarrassing me. I'm like, bro, what? Literally bodies upon bodies, just hot box COVID.
I mean, I'm
Box
not,
COVID.
what I like about Houston too is they don't be having cover charges like we do.
No.
They don't be charging
No.
30 for girls, 50. Like they don't
No.
have that.
You open the
Atlanta,
door.
Miami, Atlanta sometimes, but Houston, I did not pay a single
No,
cover entry.
you open the door, you
And I-
in. Show me
Yeah.
your ID. A lot of the places I went, they didn't even ID.
Ask
you.
for it. Yep.
They just like, yo, you good? You in?
Everyone in Houston was thick. That's why I was like so insecure over there.
Hey, look,
Everyone. I'm like,
look for the non-married men.
nobody
at home,
looked like me.
For the non-married men at home, grab 2 of those specimens.
You're nasty.
For the non-married men at home, everything is bigger in Houston.
Bro.
Like
I was shook.
down south, I don't know if maybe it's a down south thing, but they all eat the cornbread.
Everything
they
is.
all,
They said everything is big in Texas, right?
yo,
No, like it's actually a phrase.
Yo.
Yeah.
it was a great time. It was a great time.
That's
And in terms of just what I've been up to, we've been in good spirits. You know what I'm saying? Work, and I
Yo.
can't complain. And I'm just excited that we back.
If you like that life, I can't wait for you to take a trip to Ghana, man. If you like that life, it's called nonstop. You party all the way till the morning.
Hey man, it was crazy. I'll say that. But so wanted to get into a couple of things more specifically. We were kind of talking offline. And where are my manners? Wait, hold up. One of the most important people of the podcast.
Oh.
Why don't you come get close to this mic right here?
The
Invisible
one
Man.
and only.
Show the folk that you're here for a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
No. We can't see Invisible Man. It's part of
No,
the
I
brand.
know. It's kind of like a thing.
It's part
Just
of
let
brand.
him talk.
Invisible Man,
Invisible
nobody
Man
can
in
see
the
you.
back. No one can see.
No one
He's
can
like
see you.
the dude from Home Improvement.
Yeah, the Invisible Man.
And he's
in
like
the back.
Wizard Kelly. Like no one
Yes,
knows.
No
no
one
one
knows.
can see him. It's
Yeah,
part of
and
the
we're
brand.
gonna keep it that way.
It's part of brand. They
We
go
love
hear his
you,
voice.
but, like,
They
it's
go
for the
hear his
vibe.
voice. It's part of brand.
So they don't want you on camera, bro.
Don't say
But-
it like that.
No.
Like
It's not
you
like
forcing
that.
it.
Yo,
You're not
You
on
sound like
camera,
we
nigga.
bullies or something.
No,
No.
not
But-
the voice is the brand. I'm telling you.
How is everything? How have you been? See, this is why you can't be on camera.
What are the kids up to these days?
I've been good, you know.
You been chilling?
Going to school.
You back to school?
Back to school, bro? How's that been in a COVID time, bro?
It's eerie, huh?
I think it's really good because, you know,
You like going?
Doesn't feel like.
I like going because we get to have a connection with the teacher.
A scholar.
Oh, so it's like small
Good.
classes. So you're able to yeah. That's actually
good.
better. That's
Yeah,
actually better.
that is nice.
Yeah.
Because I could talk to a teacher about topics,
Right.
not like how we do on over the Zoom calls.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
like that.
An interesting thing, and again, not trying to make this long, but an interesting thing that people have brought up is how the human interaction is just not the same with Zoom. And so my question is why don't you feel that you can have those kind of conversations with your teacher over Zoom?
I mean, the reason I'll say that is when we're on Zoom, we just have one thing to do, just assign us homework and we're just gonna do it, or assign us classwork and we're doing it like that.
Yeah, Zoom is like
we
business.
We don't
It's like-
talk to teachers, they don't talk to us like that. They just assign and we do. That's just it.
Okay, so when you're in class, you feel like you can actually have more
Yeah.
conversation.
Yeah, I feel like it's for me because I like to talk to my teacher sometimes. So
Yeah.
I feel like it's way better just having a conversation.
That face to face.
with the teacher.
Do you think, and this is for everyone, do you think we'll eventually move to a space where kids will get to decide if they want to be in a classroom or not?
Dude, I don't think that's
I don't know,
in
bro.
terms of education. I don't think that's ever like.
I
a
don't
good
think it's going to
idea.
be sustainable at all.
Yeah, I don't think it's a good idea. Like, and education is like very interactive.
Like, for example, I have a family member that has special needs. And so, like, it's been hard to do Zoom and, like,
Yeah.
you know, for him to, like,
Well, I mean more so like give a child
the choice.
the option to.
I don't like that.
There's some kids that like, if I can go back, I prefer to be homeschooled than not. And I'm kind of on the fence about that only because now I'm thinking about like obviously having interaction with other
there's the
classmates.
the
But in
social
terms
part.
of education, like I would prefer like if my child would just say, "Hey, Dad, I want to be homeschooled."
Who
The-
gonna do it?
The only thing, no, homeschool like over Zoom. So
Oh,
like,
okay.
So like your teacher will interact, the class will
okay.
be recorded, but you're just in the comfort of your house. I would give consideration to it only because like I know that it fucking sucks getting up. For some people, like it's not that they don't enjoy school; it's just that everything that comes along with having to
Right.
be
It's
in
like
school.
mundane.
I'm just
Yeah.
thinking of like the parent, like my dentist, who's been a dentist for like 13, 15 years. She couldn't go to work because her kid is going to be home. So I'm like, not to be selfish, but like if the kid's home all day, like, can I not work? Like, what am I supposed like?
Well, that's the other thing.
Am I just going to watch
That's
the
the other
child
thing
all
because
day?
people are gonna. The world has changed in the sense of like now we're used to tell people like employees like, hey, I don't really trust people from working from home. I want a presence in the office because the fear was I don't think you'll be able to execute or perform at the level that you would in the office. Where that myth has been disproven.
Done,
Where it's
yeah.
like people have outperformed being at home.
Yeah, you actually end up doing more hours.
Yeah. So
Yeah, for real.
so
I
therefore-
noticed that.
It sneaks up on you.
So therefore, then parents being at home, I think the number one complaint is like, oh, my kid's being homeschooled. Like I speak to a lot of clients where they're like, oh my God, like can we reschedule this? My child is here. It's difficult, but there's going to be a lot of people that do work remotely, and that's
Yeah.
going to give you your time with your kids. Because I'm sure the other thing too is like you build a relationship with your child that you didn't have before.
So
I think for me, go.
Do you know the thing about like that whole homeschooling thing? I think people have not built an environment within the home to be able to like effectively facilitate
And that's
homeschooling.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what it is. So
Like the kid doesn't have a space. or,
Right,
like,
right.
the-
Like a year of this, do you have a routine now?
Yeah.
Where it's like I'm comfortable with my child being homeschooled.
Yeah.
And if he doesn't want to go to school or she doesn't want to go to school, she doesn't have to because
Right,
it's
right.
proven that it's possible for you to get your education.
From
And I
home.
want to make sure that I give you the choice. That's just the way
Yeah.
my mind works, the way I
Yeah.
see things. Because like my mind is always thinking about
different ways.
future post-COVID,
Yes.
like what does the world look like? And it's just interesting that you brought that up. Again, I didn't try to make this long, but it's just interesting that you brought that up because it's like, yeah, there's gonna be some people that like I
Aren't gonna
don't
wanna
want
go
to.
back, right.
Like, imagine a senior in high school is gonna be like, fam,
What's the point?
why am I going back? Like, we've been doing this. I'm getting good grades. I'm comfortable. Not like I'll catch.
I don't
y'all
need to
niggas.
go.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think the whole thing about homeschooling for me is like I feel like foundationally, I'd want my child. I wouldn't care if like they were home like to get like their foundational parts, but when they start making their way through puberty, I'd rather that like they're in a setting where they interact with other people and having
yeah.
challenges. And
That interaction.
yeah,
is
seeing like people are different, how people think, so
Mm-hmm.
they be able like be able to like effectively socialize. Because I know people that were homeschooled. That when you're hanging out with them, you're kind of like, bruh.
Like they didn't get like the
yeah,
social
the-
skills.
yeah,
the
that,
vibe-
like,
the vibe
you know.
is off.
But do you, I guess to combat that, do you put them in after school programs and different things like that? So that social interaction's never missing for a kid.
I don't know. There's something about school, man. Like even like for me, right? After a while, my dad put me in public school, because even with him, like he felt like private school and public school were like completely different.
They are.
And
I hated private
Yeah,
school.
y'all
Yeah.
niggas are the jungle.
in the sense that when I showed up
I
at
went to
public
private
school, I
school my
was
whole
like,
life. Yeah.
Bro.
Was it private or was it Catholic?
Both.
yeah, there's something about Catholic.
Yeah,
she's trying
toxic.
to
It's
say like
toxic.
Catholic and bro.
No, I went to
bro.
Catholic.
I heard this real toxic with like with
Catholic-
the religious like dogma and stuff.
Not to, not
And
to,
then
not
mostly
to,
public, but like I
not to
did
deviate from the
experience.
conversation. Going to a Catholic school and not being Catholic
It's weird.
is weird only because like when you're receiving, and I don't know if anyone's
Yes, the
received
bread. You have
bread
to
or
sit
anything. You have to sit there.
What?
Bro,
It's
that
like
happened to me.
you're an outcast.
You're an outcast.
Because it's like you can't receive communion.
Nope.
You can't receive the wine or anything like that. And I've always been sitting there like, I wonder what it tastes like.
I know. One time I even went up because it's like a
And
routine.
they
Like we
pulled
would just
you
go
out,
up.
yo.
But I didn't take it. I just went up and I was like,
And you walk to the side.
Yeah, and I just-
Yeah. So
because it was worse. To
that's
just,
a
like,
different
sit there.
conversation for a different day. But
That's an
Yes.
interesting experience.
But
Actually, we
yes.
should table that and talk about that. That's very interesting.
Yeah, it's definitely an interesting experience. But just think about the world, think about the future post-COVID. I think it's going to be very interesting. And
Wait, Kay, you had
excited.
a thought. You're about to say something and let me speak. What
Yeah.
were you going to say?
I don't remember.
Oh, you forgot?
I told you I don't have good memory.
Let's move on.
let's move on.
I think that California adventure is still
Yeah.
still
Little
going
hazy,
on.
little hazy. Look, Invisible Man, happy to see you back. Season 6, we're very excited. First topic of course, this is where we start. Think about it. Salt Bay. That ain't never happening to me. That's all I'm gonna say. Bring it back. Kay, talk about it. What happened with Salt Bay?
I hope that girl
for
is
the
doing
viewers-
very well.
For the viewers at home who
He just
haven't
but
seen the
it
video.
happened before
What happened?
when the girl was at the Salt Bay restaurant and she was dancing.
Give the folks at home.
Yeah,
I
on
don't
YouTube
remember. Like
a
it was so
recap.
long ago. I
No.
think-
A recap of what recently happened.
Do you know
Oh,
something?
recent.
Do you know something, Curve? Before you go on, I think like we have to incorporate like being able to show the image, like having something so we can
yeah, no,
like,
absolutely.
reference. Yeah,
Yeah, but come on, you can't give.
we're gonna
Right.
cut this
You
part
can't
out.
give it up.
We can cut that out.
We're gonna edit this part.
Cut
out.
this part.
So I'm gonna pretend
not
like you.
gonna cut
I'm gonna
this part.
pretend that you just asked me.
Yeah, no, we're gonna cut it out.
We're not
You're not
gonna
gonna cut it
off.
out. Oh,
Come
okay.
on, we're
This
gonna
is
cut it
live.
out.
This
We're
is
low
real.
key getting back to a routine.
Yeah.
So-
suggestions.
Keep
and
What
going.
happened? Salt Bay fed the girl a piece of meat. Like he does when you
piece
pay.
of meat.
First of all, when he
This
only
is how
goes
they
to
got-
those
you see-
tables.
I see what's going on here, Kay.
He only goes to
You see
those
women- you
tables
see
when
how
you
women
spend in
paint
a couple.
pictures?
When you spending enough dollars, that's when you go to the table. So I don't know why nobody's having that conversation. Y'all worried about
Here we go.
homeboy feeding the girl some chicken.
Stop. Yo,
stop.
woman
She
be
did.
spinning.
She did nothing wrong.
Look at this.
It was part of the ambiance.
You're already in rare form. First episode, season 6.
It was part of the
Yo.
ambiance.
She's using
and
more
they
confusing
paid
words like
to get that
ambiance.
experience.
Look.
She's
Invisible
using,
Man.
like,
Do you know what
confusing
happened?
words like ambiance. Like,
Okay, here it is. So a
Men
man-
are just so
a man
irritating
in a
when it comes
good-looking-
to a woman enjoying her time.
No.
Can we talk about that?
No.
Curve,
Always
can you-
interrupting
Curve,
the greatness.
can you give the
Shorty
breakdown?
went viral.
I'ma give the
She could have got a
breakdown.
bag from it. Now look at you, upset.
I'm gonna give the breakdown.
Breakdown.
So Salt Bay has a famous restaurant.
Yes,
I
sir.
don't know where it's located. Don't really care.
They're everywhere. There's one in Boston.
Okay, Salt Bay happened to be there. Young lady who's actually probably famous somewhere. I don't know
Yep.
who the young lady is. Very nice looking woman.
very. I saw the video. She's a good looking woman.
I hope the man's that was rolling his eyes at Salt Bay come for you next.
So
Anyways.
Yeah, that dude
so
was-
the
that
man
dude was heated.
So young man pays for the meal. Young lady decides, hey, you know what? I'm gonna have some Salt Bay time. Salt Bay comes, sprinkles, does his little glittery thing, and then it's time to cut up the meat and feed it to the woman. Feed it to the people. That's what it's supposed to be.
Sound like a commentator.
She obnoxiously just opens her mouth and just says, ah, to which Salt Bay.
She said what? She said what? What she said?
What was she
To
supposed
which,
to do?
to which Salt Bay
Closed mouths don't get fed. What was
picks
she supposed to do?
picks the piece of meat and throws it in there like a Jordan bucket, looking like Steph Curry out there just from long range feeding
Hit my head
her.
on
To
this.
which, shamelessly, might I add, she swallows the piece of meat down and looks at her husband or her boyfriend.
What she do? She did what?
Swallows the piece of meat down.
wow.
Yeah, that was you. And looks at her husband with no remorse. Her husband just has to sit there, be the man.
Curve is
Take it on
trolling
the
so
chin.
hard right now.
Take it on the
I
chin.
can't even think.
Take it on the chin and just be like, you know what? I got to take this for the both of us. And begrudgingly smiles at her and says,
I just don't
"I'm
like
so
that we
happy."
do think pieces every single time a woman is enjoying her
Wow,
life.
wow.
But there's no think pieces when we at the strip club with
Aight.
y'all getting a lap dance for which a lot of women pay for.
Exactly,
We want
see?
you guys to
Look
have
at
a
that.
good time. But when it comes to women
Kay.
having a good time, don't Katie.
Keyword.
Don't
Keyword.
Katie. When it comes to
Keyword.
women having a good time,
Cash,
it's like
cash,
we have
cash,
to have a
cash.
conversation. This one's opening a couple houses.
Cash,
talk about
cash,
it.
cash, cash.
It's like, damn.
Cash.
Damn.
Cash,
Like,
the woman paid
let
for
her
it
live
now.
her life.
Hold on.
Women paid for it now.
There's nothing
Cash.
wrong with a woman living her life.
No, I never
opposed to
said.
that.
I know you didn't say that, but my saying is, there's always a think piece when a woman is enjoying her life.
By the
Never
way,
when
by the way,
men
I'm not on Clubhouse
are
talking about
enjoying
that.
their
Just
life.
so y'all know.
He be on it, bro. If you have to say a disclaimer about it, then you probably
brought it up. Yes, sir,
Okay.
yes.
Nah.
Look.
The people that follow me in Clubhouse know I be defending women out there.
Look.
Y'all know.
I'm gonna say this, right? My whole thing. We're all joking. First of all,
We're joking.
Are you?
I'm joking.
It's-
But
it's
however,
Stacey.
I will say this.
Stay character.
It brings me back to a conversation where, and this came up. Drewski did a piece on this,
He's not funny.
and Drake talked about it. Where it's like,
Drake talk about.
no, Drake talked about, on Mine Still, he's like the no type of hugs.
Oh.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like just the way, like there's certain things, right? Male ego. That's all this is.
Literally.
It's like male ego. There's just certain things that like when you have a partner, you know how it is. As a guy, come on, this is the truth. You know it. There's just certain things that I just wouldn't expect from my significant other
No, but like.
to do. And what I mean by that is like if a nigga says, let's say we in the club, a guy has a table, you know him, I don't,
I'm going.
and you go, right? And you're my significant other.
Oh.
All hell's breaking loose. I don't expect it. Like it's the male ego. It's just the male ego. Like you rock it with me. Like you.
So
ain't
if a
going
guy
to
buys
that
your
table.
girl a drink, that's an issue for you.
I'm sorry.
If a guy buys your girl a
No, he heard
drink,
you.
like
Yeah.
without knowing who you
Yeah,
are.
yeah, that is an issue for me. That's male
So
ego.
here's the thing.
So
Kev,
you
like,
won't let your girl prosper with a free drink?
No. And I won't. You know what's crazy? There's some people that be like, I get you and your girl a drink. you do what? No such thing.
That's
worse
mad
is
funny.
There's some women that'll be like, babe, no, we're just gonna get a drink. And it's like, bitch, if you don't.
First of all, no.
we're cutting
Did
this
you
part
see
out.
that thing? Right.
We're cutting
no.
this part. We're definitely cutting this part.
And
It's
first
jokes,
of all,
it's jokes, it's jokes.
Did you
it's
see
jokes.
the thing that was like, oh, this guy went out with his girl and she brought her friend, and the friend was expecting the guy to pay the entire tab?
Yes.
And I was
yes.
like, that's interesting.
I did see that.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Wait, time out.
But-
Time out. Well, what was I was a bit like
The
I
tab
passed
wasn't-
over this. So like I know about the
Wait,
situation,
let
but-
Kish start over.
Yeah.
Like,
let's go
So
ahead.
it was this thing. This girl had tweeted, and she was like, "Oh, I went out with my girl and her man, and he didn't pick up the tab." So I guess what they were doing is they were splitting it, divided by 3. He covered him in the girl's portion, and she had to pay her own.
Wait,
And so
she went out with
her home girl and her man,
so did she?
her boyfriend.
Who invited her?
her
friend's
friend
boyfriend.
and her friend's boyfriend.
She went out. So this.
So it's 3 of them. So
That's-
she's
and then-
third wheeling.
So he covered his girl's
And
meal
his.
and not the friend.
Yes.
So hold on. So is it addressed as of who invited who?
No, it was
No,
never addressed. It was
it's not-
just that was it. That
don't-
was just it. We don't know
The main
anything
thing
but
is,
that.
Shorty said, "This nigga didn't cover my meal."
Okay, all
She
right.
felt that she was privileged enough to get that. Is that
Okay.
what you're saying?
No, I'm
I'm
asking
joking.
like what you guys think about that.
I will say this, just for the way I was raised, I would cover my girl's friend's meal.
That's what I was saying. I said everybody that I've been around, I've never had to like. I don't have to bring out my wallet.
Yeah, I would
Even if
never
I'm
do that.
even if I'm third wheeling, like I've never had to pay.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
this,
would-
this has even happened to me before. So I went to Ghana, took my cousin out, right? And then my cousin invited her friend without even letting me know. And like before the friend goes, "Oh, my friend is coming." I was like, "Wait, what?" But I still ended up paying. But later on, I told him, like, "Listen, if I invite you somewhere, you have to let me know."
If you're bringing a
Because I think what
That's
people don't
fair.
no, I think what people don't address and what some men do is that someone gets invited without them knowing, and out of like not having etiquette, you're kind of like F this, like fuck this. I'm not gonna pay for them because I didn't know they were coming. You know what I'm trying to say? Sometimes no, people don't like to talk about that. I mean, I'm just honest. People don't like to talk about it.
Yeah.
But sometimes
But
that's what happens.
like
Nah,
you mentioned earlier, who does the invite?
That's
Like
Nah,
if I order,
we not
no,
doing
don't
that.
even no.
That's why.
If I say let's take shots, I'm paying for the shots.
I mean, that's
for
different.
everybody.
That's different.
If I ask you to come out,
Right.
I'm driving because I'm asking you to come out. If
Right.
I'm asking you to go out to eat or do whatever, like I honestly feel like that is my responsibility because you didn't like you didn't want to go. Like I don't know how to describe.
Here's
it.
my opinion on that, right?
I
So
don't know.
in terms of like driving, like I ask you to come out to eat or whatever. So I'm gonna drive, like a girl's gonna drive or a guy's gonna drive. That one, yeah, that's fine. Cause like my sister will invite me out to eat, and I'll be like, all right, bet, and she'll drive, and we go out to eat. We'll have dinner, or whatever. However, there's just certain things where it's like, and I always say this, right? My significant other's friends aren't necessarily my friends.
Okay.
Right? Like and I feel like sometimes people get that confused. It's like you can be friends or you can be friends with your significant other's friends, but it's like that's not just because you're my girlfriend's friend doesn't mean that we are.
You're not true
we
friends.
two are friends.
You're not true
right?
friends. You're
Not
kind of
enough
like
to pay the tab.
Yeah,
Right?
you're not true friends.
However, just because again the way I was raised, I've always been taught like men take on the
Etiquette.
burden.
It's just etiquette. Not even men. I think it's etiquette. Like, to be honest, I think people make this too much of a man-woman thing. I think to have etiquette, you know what I'm trying to say?
So I guess I'll bring up another.
But that's
messy.
not,
No, it's just etiquette.
Yeah.
It really
no,
is
no,
just
but I don't
okay.
think that's etiquette though.
It is etiquette. Because
But
the thing
why?
is, it's etiquette because the thing is.
But why?
Hold on. No, here's the thing. It's etiquette because the thing is like if I invite you out, right, as
Yeah.
my boy, I'm hosting you, right, and then like I think because of how men are socialized, this typically doesn't happen. But let's say you invite another guy, like men, how we are, just be like, yo, dude, this dude wants to come along, and if that's settled, we all know like, yo, everyone is holding their own balls, like
Yeah.
that's what's gonna happen. But if I invite you out, like, yo, I want to bring you out, because boys, we do that sometimes. We're gonna
Okay.
treat you, and let's say you invited somebody else. I take care of it because that's just proper etiquette. Because I'm hosting.
That's nice.
You know what I'm saying? So I take care of it.
But here's my thing.
But later on, if it's not cool, I just be like, yo, Curve, like, why are you inviting me without telling me?
I'm not taking care of another nigga, and that's why. That's why.
But that's what I'm saying. Like proper
But
etiquette.
that's why it's not etiquette for me because
But-
if it's another girl, even if you told me or didn't, I'm covering for you.
And that's what I'm saying.
But
right?
for a guy, I'm not.
And that's what I'm saying. It's wrong the way we socialize. Like what it should be is etiquette. If you're hosting, you know what I mean. If you're the host, you host.
But for me, that's why I don't think it's etiquette. I look at it as gender.
and see, and that's the thing. Like I think I see this thing from a different lens. But even check this out. Like
And Kay with me too. I don't know how Kay do it.
I mean, yeah. And that's the thing. And that's
Kay
the,
rolling
and,
with
and,
me. I
See,
know.
see, and that's the thing when it comes to like when we talk
I
about
think
this whole
you're just
gender,
too nice.
gender
Like, it
no,
kinda
no,
throws
it's
me
etiquette.
off.
And here's the thing. That's listen. That's why when it comes to like this gender equality thing, sometimes like it will be like, hey, it's like not fighting fair. You know what I'm trying to say?
But Kay has said that she doesn't believe in gender equality though.
I said there's a
You don't believe in that?
You said what you said.
I said there's a difference
No,
between
no.
equality and equity. We want to be at a certain level, but it's going to be hard because there are certain things like I don't want to fucking do.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing.
She said
Here's the
there's
thing.
no
But here's the
equality.
thing. Given equity, right? Given equity.
And there's a lot of women out there fighting, so you keep that good fight. But I don't want to make it seem like I'm anti-women
fucked
because
up.
I
This is
really
so-
do like.
The funniest
so
thing about
fucked up, man.
funniest thing about all this, I promise you, only because girls be like, I don't like that girl. Kay.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So it's like, oh,
All
who's
the
coming?
time.
Who you inviting? Who's gonna be there?
They be like, I can't stand Kay. Like, okay.
Bro, there's people like, yo,
do I give a
Curve,
fuck?
yo, Curve, really fucking with the new episode of the podcast. But that girl Kay's opinion, oh my god.
Nah, but you know what's funny? Someone has inboxed me that.
I love that.
Oh.
No, that makes me so excited
Oh.
because I'm like,
And it's so funny because like we're like, Kay,
Yeah, like Kay
Kay's the voice
yeah.
of the women. Like she
Yeah, Kay's the goat in the
And then-
show.
And it's like we get hated less because of Kay. No, I'm joking.
Dude, of all the menacing things
hey,
I've
Gids,
done.
let me tell you something. When I get a man,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have you take us out and
Oh.
cover.
But, yeah, I mean, it sounds like that's
when you get a man though.
I said if. Oh,
etiquette.
No, but
Did you hear
here's
him?
the thing.
He said when.
bro.
Here's the thing, right? Kay, you like if I ask you to come out with me, right?
Are you going to?
And as a friend, sure, I've taken you guys
Wow.
out.
Yeah.
So if I say, hey, Kay, let's go have dinner, right?
Okay.
And you tell me you're bringing your man, at that point, to be like, I feel like sometimes we have to contextualize things. At that point, that's your man. You know what I'm trying to say? Now you're telling me I'm gonna be the third wheel.
Yeah.
Like that. Like, come on, bro. Like, I'm inviting you out. You're gonna make me the third wheel. That's disrespectful.
But here's my thing, though. Here's my thing. Ultimately,
in context, like,
I think it's a gender thing. Because at the end of the day, for me, I could just hear my mother being like, "How dare you? You let a girl pay a meal like that."
One thing I will do is I tip. They can pay and I'll tip. And then it was really awkward. I actually went on it wasn't a date, but I went on
You went on a date.
I went out to
She went on a date.
No,
she's
it
explaining
wasn't
too
a date
much.
because I know him. It wasn't.
She says
like
she
a
doesn't date.
Wait,
but
time out.
she's
So
like-
it can only be a date if you don't know him?
I feel like if I went out
Yo,
with you,
Curve,
it's not a
stop.
date.
It's a date. It's okay. Just explain.
If I went out with you, it's not a date.
But I'm saying
It's two friends going out to eat.
I mean, with
Wait,
us,
wait,
it's
wait,
With
time
different.
the
out.
intention of just being two friends to go out to eat.
Okay,
Oh,
okay,
that's
but-
different.
If the
Okay,
intention
that's
is
different.
like we might move further, then that's
Yeah.
a date. But
No.
I went
You're
out with
letting her
my
off the
male
rope.
friend,
Curve, you're letting
and
her
he
off the rope.
paid and he tipped, and then I
That's
was
what
like, damn, like I don't want to like just be here for the free ride. Like he drove and paid for all. I was like, damn, like
But that's
I
a
need to
friend
like
of
do
yours.
something.
And that's
So
what
then I
it is,
threw down a
us.
20 for the tip because
why?
like I don't know, but whoever our waitress was, she was probably amped when she seen like 100% tip.
Yeah.
No, but you're letting her off the hook. Because
How?
if it's us, Kay's not gonna be like, oh, I feel. She will voice it out. So obviously, this
Yeah,
dude
I'm
is just
gonna
not a
tell
friend.
y'all
Yeah, because we
I'm
are
not
friends.
paying.
Wow.
You see that?
So-
You're letting her off the hook.
But that just hey, be happy. I'm covering because it's cold in here, but be happy.
Yo, I hate
That I
Kay.
think that I'm close enough with y'all to tell you straight up, I'm not paying.
And that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm insinuating, Curve. This is not a friend thing. She went on a date. It's okay.
wasn't.
It's alright. You went on a date.
Look.
And he listened, so now y'all gonna make it look like I'm thinking, like I'm delusional.
You went on a date.
I don't know, man. You went on a date.
It was not a date.
Sounding like a date, dude.
It was not. I already
Yo,
know.
if you're out there watching this,
He's
Hey.
going to, and I'm gonna get a text like, "Oh, you was talking about me."
you
Oh,
on
you
a
was
date,
talking
bro.
about me?
You
So,
was on a
what's
date.
up? We taking the next step or nah?
You was on a date, bro.
Yeah.
Big
you
moves.
went on a date.
Big moves, bro.
Honestly, the crazy thing is sometimes, yeah, you do have that friend that really likes you, keep it on the low, and then they confess all their love to you.
One day at 2:00 in the morning, you hear that?
You get a text like, honestly,
Has that actually ever happened to you?
real
It's
talk.
happened to me and it was uncomfortable.
Yeah, that's happened to me.
Yeah,
It was
when the feelings are mutual, it's like
That
It was
happened to me.
uncomfortable. I was kind of like,
I had,
what do I say?
I was dating a girl at the time, and this girl who like we were friends and everything like that, and like we had like some show that was about to come up, and she met her, and I was like, oh yeah, this is my girlfriend, boom boom boom, and she put me to a side room, and she goes,
Oh, you're trying to like make eye
she
contact.
goes, yo, she goes, hey, like we cool and everything. I'm like, yeah, and she's like, I just need to talk to you real quick. I'm like, oh, like, what are we talking
Sure.
about? I'm like, so we go to a side room. She's like, so I didn't know you had a girlfriend, and I kind of liked you. And I'm sitting there like,
at least she said liked in the past.
and I'm sitting there like,
Real girl.
you what? She's like, yeah, like I didn't know you had a girlfriend, so I just, this is where it got awkward. She's like, I'm just here with my feelings now. And I'm sitting there like,
You broke a heart.
Oh.
You broke a heart, man.
I know.
and
well,
then
that's
what?
exciting.
And then
Your
whatever
first
happened
heartbreak.
happened after that.
I want to know that. I want to know that story. Yeah.
Damn, I thought it was gonna be a happy ending.
Nah, whatever happened after that happened after that. But
Yo, isn't it weird?
my memory's foggy. I don't
Bro,
know.
Oh, now you don't remember.
Isn't it
Niggas
weird
swear.
isn't it weird how women shoot your shot? It's damn near like
Women-
they
women-
try to like
women-
project their thoughts into your head. Like,
Women don't really like
They don't shoot your shot.
like a women shooting her shot.
No, no,
like
no.
I
not
shoot
all,
my
not all,
shot.
not all.
Oh.
There are women that are aggressive. Like, yo, this is what it is. But there are women that shoot their shot by like they're like I was with my cousin. We was out. Yo, first of all, I grew up around women, so it's like it's funny to me like the way like being the like one of the only guys and hearing like the way women think is so funny.
Why are you
to me.
staring at me, kids? I'm looking
Shorty,
past you.
my
I know,
cousin,
'cause I'm
shout out
looking at your
Sherry, I love
reaction.
you. So she goes, we're in the club, we're at this brunch spot. I forgot what's it called. It's in Boston. It's outdoors. Garage.
Oh, garage.
We're at garage.
Okay.
So
Remember when they had strippers there that one time?
yeah.
Anyways, go on.
So she like I'm like, we're getting drinks or whatever, and then she's making eye contact with this dude. And then my cousin goes to me, like, as the night goes on, she goes, that nigga better come up here because I didn't made eye contact with him at least 3 times now. And I'm sitting there like
what?
She did her part.
Yeah. Yo.
She did her part.
That was nuts
Stop
to me.
defending
She's
this
working.
kid. Stop
And you know what
defending
happened? He came up at the end of the
It's
night.
the mind control.
And she's like, yeah, like.
See, no, Curve, stop. See,
I was
no,
shocked.
Curve, stop. We have to put some responsibility here. You see this shit? You see this shit?
She did her part.
You see
She
that shit?
stared.
Bro, she stared.
She stared. Yo,
Bro, that's
a
crazy
dude stares
to
at a
me.
girl and
It
the
doesn't
girl
enough.
goes
No,
over
it's-
to
yo,
a dude
that's
stares at
enough.
a girl and she goes over to the girls and like, that guy is a creep.
No, you know what's crazy
Like-
though? I've realized like when people stare, when women stare, it means something.
I mean,
Because you know why you
But it's
think
not a long
obviously-
time. It's not for a long time.
You know why you think it's creepy when men do it? Because when men do it, they'll look at you and you'll catch them looking, they look away. If a nigga's staring at me, I'm gonna look right back at him. Like,
you would look right back.
That shit
and
crazy.
that right there is the I'm interested, or if I look at you and then I look away, like stop looking at
Stop
me.
looking at
Stop
me. Like,
looking
I
at
see
me.
you, now stop.
But like right there, me staring, I did my part.
That shit is crazy. Yeah, bro, that shit was crazy to me.
But, like, women do that all the time. Like, if like they will like keep looking at you, playing with their hair or something, and just looking at
Play
you.
with their hair. What women are you doing?
Yeah, my hair.
They play with their
They
hair?
do sometimes.
My
Yeah. They. She's confirming it.
Anywho, it's that time, y'all.
Stop playing it.
I feel like it's been that time.
It's that time, you know what I'm saying? Yo, oh, no beat. We got no. Yo, Invisible Man, drop the beat.
What beat?
What do you mean?
You see that LeBron beat? Him and chasing this beat is terrible. Somebody
It's
drop
terrible.
the beat.
Yo.
K-Say.
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 Say K-Say.
K-Say.
Hey, K-Say. He not Nigerian, so he know the drum. Hey, K-Say.
K-Say.
What?
That's enough. Thank you.
Yeah. We're not gonna do that.
Yeah, we're not doing that.
This dude was trying to like rap
Yeah, what?
last time.
Come on, dog. K-Say, let's get it.
So today marks the 1 year
Of.
of COVID. Friday, March 13th.
Oh,
That
shit.
is true. The lockdown.
Yes.
That's right.
Okay.
So,
right.
you know, I was rethinking and I was like, damn, it's been an interesting year. It was actually so cute. My dad went and got our mail, like, not to celebrate the 1 year, but to like commemorate, I guess you can say. He went and got him like $50 gift card and a $20 Dunkin' Donuts gift card and like put it in a card and then gave it to our mailman.
Wait,
I
to
thought that was
commemorate the
cute.
1 year?
To say thank you for the last year. It's been tough as a mailman, you know, essential worker. So I was just thinking that today's the 1 year. So that brings me to my first question.
Yes.
What is your, looking back on this year,
Right.
if you had any, what was your big accomplishment or what was a bad habit that you picked up?
I let Curb go first.
So
Accomplishment or bad habit?
big
Or both.
accomplishment looking back at the year would definitely be, I guess from just a financial standpoint, not one of those broker guys, but I've really was able to build a strong portfolio for myself and really worked on like self-discipline just in terms of sticking to having a plan and sticking to it. And I look back at it now, and that's like one of the things I'm most proud of, because one of the things that's not really talked about is that during the pandemic, like a lot of people were making a lot of fucking money because obviously you don't have to like travel a lot. You're staying at home, you're making money. There's not really much to do, but there's a lot of people that didn't,
Make money.
that just blew money as well. And it
Or
was
they lost their jobs and stuff like that.
exactly, and so like that's one of the things I'm most proud of is that like as a young black man, I was able to put myself in a pretty good position where it's like even if like shit was at its worst outside, I was able to like have a 5-year plan, a 10-year plan, and as I get older, I find myself doing that a lot more and thinking about the future and just saying like. Where in your 20s, it's like you're just doing whatever the fuck you want to do and party up and shit like that. You're not really thinking about tomorrow. I mean, as a majority, I know there's some out there. But like now that I'm 30, I'm like,
You anchor.
I gotta think about like 5 years from now.
Right.
Yeah.
I gotta think about 10 years from now, 15 years from now. What does that look like? And 2020 was supposed to be like everyone's like, oh,
Yeah.
2020 vision.
Like,
Drake
I'm
said
going
it.
in.
Like,
this
if
is
Drake
the
says it, it's
year.
a thing.
Yeah, this is
It's a
the-
thing.
we're going off like this year, but it was
And
like there's a
then-
lot of losses for people,
Yeah.
and to be able to come out of it the way I was able to, and we're still in the weeds, but like to be where I'm at today, like I'm definitely something I'm most proud of for sure.
I like that.
Yeah, I think what I realized is like I didn't know I needed to do this, but kind of true emotional integrity with myself, because obviously I think during COVID I told you guys like I lost 3 people in my family.
Correct.
So yeah, like I had to write 3 eulogies, and that was a big discovery, like about myself and a lot of things. So
Yeah.
for me, that was the greatest accomplishment, like of being able to, like I always thought I was self-aware, but like doing those things actually put me outside of myself, and I had a chance to reflect. And I think that ultimately pushed me. I mean, I think I came in, I said it again, ultimately pushed me at work, and like kind of like being really aware of myself of certain things, and being able to like apply that after like seeing that about myself, apply that at work, and actually surprisingly started working. Like I kind of like was able to like see all these things from like dear death and the interactions, and see certain things about myself that I could fix. And then when I fixed it, it actually worked. Where at work, I was able to get a promotion. So that was something that I was like really happy about. Bad habit, dude. Yo, I wake up and I just stay in bed, bro.
Facts.
I wake up and I just be in bed, like chips, laptop chips. But yeah, I'm looking to change that, cause that made. And yo, dude, after you pass your 20s, like your body doesn't work the same, bro.
No.
It doesn't. Like,
It's still there, so.
Yeah.
yeah, it doesn't,
I'll let
doesn't
you
work
know.
the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't work the same. So yeah, I have to work on that bad habit.
I think I don't know how people work from their bed.
I was doing it for a while, and then
Yeah.
I was like, I don't think I can do this
No.
anymore.
Yeah.
My neck hurts.
Yeah.
I'm like, I get the weird feeling in my
And your legs, and then when your laptop too hot, you're like,
Yeah.
damn, I'm too
Your
hot for a
lap,
blanket. I can't do
yeah.
that.
I get my ass up. I got to be at a desk or something.
Yeah.
and get to work. But Kay,
But I was saying that because, despite everything, I think it's cool that people are still able to meet their goals, even if it was like a weight loss or weight gain, whatever. My second question. I was having a conversation with somebody, and everyone has like that turning point in their life, or like something that happens that makes them like rethink. So like, what do you think, if you've had it, is your most defining moment in your life? I asked that question because I don't think I have that yet. I don't think I've had something that's like, oh, that made me change. Some people say it's the death of a parent, the death of a child,
Yeah.
like when they realize they were there's like so many things, and I'm like, damn, like I don't think that I had that defining time in my life. That's like, okay, I'm gonna.
I feel like that's okay though.
Yeah,
Because
I don't know.
I feel like there's people
Unless
that,
I don't know.
there's people that get to like, I was just telling actually my little brother this and my sister. I was like, there's people that don't know what they want to do, and
Yeah.
they become successful at like the age of 50, 60, because it's like they went their whole life not knowing what they wanted to do.
Yeah.
That said, I think my answer for that, well, I don't think I know, my answer for that is junior year of college.
You had that already.
Yeah. I realized that I didn't want to work for anyone.
Here
And-
come LLC.
And no, it's not even no LLC shit.
AK, what are you doing with your
I
stimmy?
just realized like,
what are you doing with your stimmy money?
hey, yeah, what you doing? It's just
Invest in my.
I realized like, seriously speaking, I just realized like, yo, I don't want to work for anyone. And I don't want to like put hours in, like I'm really trying to be my own boss. And I know that's like the cliche, like go-to thing to say, but
No.
I really realized, I was like, yo, college for me was like a majority period of trying to figure out like who I wanted to be and what I want to do. And
Not like where you want to work or what you
yeah,
want to do.
I never thought about like, yo, like where do I want to work? Like like there'd be career fairs and different things like that, and like
I
you
feel
see
that.
all your friends like they talk about like, yo, where they want to work, and I wasn't a bum in any way, but like I've always been somebody who's like self motivated and I want to be something, but I just could never figure it out. Like I went through so many different paths where it's like, I think I want to do this. I don't know. I think I want to do this, and I think my junior year of college is where I definitely got to the point where I was like, you know what? And being confident in that, saying like, yo, this is what I want to do, and this is how I'm going to get it done. And I think like for where I am in life right now, everything is dictated based off that
one, yeah.
in my life. And
That's good.
It's pushed me towards like great things, to be honest.
I don't think I've had that yet. I always envision that maybe marriage might be it, or like maybe when I have my first child might be it. That's what I always envision, but I don't think I've had that yet. And I think because like, I'm such a family person that I can tell that my first child is gonna make me go, okay, I'm just not living for two people. Now I'm living for three people, just not my wife, and now there's a child, and it will bring about responsibility. So I don't think I've had that yet, even though something crazy did happen to me where I thought like, oh man, this is good. And after it was gone, I was like,
you about to be a dad, bro?
No, not that.
No, I think that's what you're saying, bro.
No. Some heavy. I'll tell you after the pod. Like something heavy did happen to me, and like after a while, I was like,
After hours podcast.
I was like, yo, this ain't it. So I
Catch him on Clubhouse.
catch me on
Clubhouse. He'll tell you all about it.
Yeah. But like, I don't think I've had that yet. Similar to Kay, but I think I can envision what that might be like because of like I think how much I think I know myself. I think it will be a family thing. Like
Here's one thing. Here's the one thing I'm thinking about, only because there's a Disney movie that came out recently during Soul.
Oh, I didn't get to watch it.
Soul,
you're in for it, right?
Is such a great movie. If you haven't watched it, I'm a very critical movie watcher, and when I watch movies, like I critique them highly. But Soul, I'm telling you.
So which one of you
watch
guys
it.
gonna give me a Disney Plus password?
We got you, but can't say that out loud. Netflix is cracking down. Everyone's cracking down.
You gotta keep it on the low.
But I will say this, right? So in Soul, not to give too much away, but it sort of deals with that, where it's like your big moment, like the defining moment in your life, right? And I guess my question to your question is, and I know I said I had mine, but did I? Does that exist?
Right.
Because it's like, life is a series of moments. So it's like,
I think that's why I said I don't think there's one particular moment
because
that I
like
can
what it
say.
is today,
You can have many defining moments.
Yeah.
You can.
right? So it's like what it is today is like, oh my God, like this euphoric high and everything's clear to me. And then after that, it's like 20 years from now, you could be doing something completely
You're going right
different.
back into the motions.
Yeah.
You're just living for
so
a while.
it's like, I don't know if there is a defining moment in someone's life.
I think the highlights and the better highlights in those highlights. And I say that because of like my dad's story. Like my dad, like that dude lived a crazy story, and like I still hear stories about him. I'm like, now I'm not even surprised when I hear stories. I'm like, yeah, but I think one like through conversation, it's like he has so many highlights. And you can tell, one time we were on the border of Nigeria and we had to like eat a bat, and I'm like, what the fuck, like. No, obviously I'm making an example, but he tells crazy stories like that.
I
Right?
don't know,
That's not
bro.
how the Corona started.
Corona. That's how they start eating
It's
bats.
touchy subject.
My dad never ate a bat. It just,
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
The crazy stories. But our parents did actually go through some wild shit.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm like,
Yeah,
damn,
but a lot of it's cap.
No, some are cat, but some are not.
A lot of it's cap. Like,
Some are cap.
I walk. Like my mom used to always tell me, like, you complain about getting up for school. You know,
I walked. I'm like, girl, you didn't go to school.
Like I
You didn't go.
walked from here to
Through the
all
jungle.
the way to New York and back in one day, and you gonna sit there and complain, boy? And I'm sitting there like,
no, you didn't.
I had to dodge cars in traffic because the white folks wouldn't let me.
nah, you didn't do all that shit.
Right, you ain't do that.
That's cap.
No, but you know what's funny? Like these stories though, like I'll hear from my dad's friends sometimes, and I'll go home and I ask him, I'm like, yo, dude, like this, and it's a casual thing. He goes, oh yeah, dad, and I'm like, what? But through those stories, what I realized is like he always comes back to when he first had my sister. He always comes back to that.
Yeah.
That's like, and I think maybe because he had me, and I've been his son, so I think it's maybe I picked it up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I picked
You've been his son.
Yeah, I picked it up. But that's the thing. Like he always come back. He goes, "Oh, when I had your sister, like yeah, like it basically he like reorganized his life. He changed everything, and then he had me, and it was like kind of like the same thing. He had my younger brother. It's kind of like their responsibilities kept increasing. And it's like all those things didn't matter. It's like everything that happened in his life happened so he can take care of these people, and these are the people that are his responsibility. So I feel like you have many, but for maybe some people might not have kids, right? But I feel like those people, it could be a vision or something, or a company that they build, or like maybe an orphanage that they build and they had kids come in. You know what I mean? Everyone will have that one thing that is like all the highlights culminated to to that. That's how I see it.
Okay.
Question
number 3.
I actually wanted to switch it up. I was gonna do 2 more questions.
Oh, okay.
But now I'm curious. For the sake of having, episode 1 be back, my segment. I want to let you guys each ask me one question.
Oh.
Because
I be opening up a little bit, but
But she not be opening up the whole way.
What's going on here?
We literally need the HR department. I don't know how many times I have to say
you guys
that.
are foul.
HR, right there.
You guys
Strike two.
Literally.
So foul.
Strike 2 so far this episode.
I didn't know these guys did that to me.
He's bugging.
The fact that I thought I was crazy, I'm like, I know he not serious.
Yo, you guys are so fucked. I didn't even notice that you guys
man.
Invisible Man just said what happened. So
see,
fired.
I didn't even see. You see what they do to me. Yo, I didn't even see that coming.
All right, so first question, right?
I didn't see that coming. Yeah,
first question for Kay.
That was good.
Now I'm scared. I should have never opened this
I'll let
box.
Gids go first.
Man, so many questions for Kay, man.
Yeah.
I think she should be doing this often, Kay. Like you should do this like
No.
We should.
She said no.
Yeah.
No.
I'm gonna ask the question she hates the most.
Oh, I already know what you're gonna ask
Yeah,
me.
like I bother her about it. Like she hates this question the most. Kay.
No, I'm not gonna go out with you.
Cash. Why do you hate dating? Why do you not date?
I knew you were gonna ask me
This
that.
is a
Miss
great
DeJour.
question.
I knew
I
you
feel
were
like
going to
DeJour.
ask me
Extreme
that.
D.
I feel like this is an underlying theme of this podcast.
It is, isn't
Kay
it?
not dating.
Not dating.
We never got
Let
into
me,
that.
dating.
and I'm not on like a self-love journey or anything like that. Like I just genuinely don't enjoy it.
Wait,
like
But
Kay,
that's a surface answer.
No, hold
I
on.
think I will give you this.
Okay.
I think after like the honeymoon stage, like I don't like feel like I like want to work really hard towards a relationship, because to me, relationships, marriage, like that doesn't seem like the ultimate goal. Like to me, that doesn't feel like an accomplishment or like a goal to get married or to do stuff like that. So like that's why I don't put so much pressure on like finding someone, because I think like there's so much more to life than
Did
like
you-
meeting the one.
Did you have a defining relationship?
Oh, I knew that was the second question.
You understand what I'm
If you're
saying?
gonna ask who hurt
you
me,
see what I'm, you see what I'm
you,
doing.
the thing is, like,
I
I
see
don't
you.
really like. I'm always in like situationships. Like, I don't really.
Did you have a defining? Answer the question now.
I'm going to, but I'm saying like
that's why I love you. It's like when
they
you
were
say
not like actual relationships that would be concerning. But what I will say is,
What's your longest relationship?
yes.
they're not relationships. They're literally situationships.
never
I
dated somebody?
I never ask, what are we?
No,
so
I'm saying, have you ever dated someone where
What
you're
do
like,
you
that
mean
is
by
my
like
boyfriend?
dated? Like I will
Have you ever
say,
been in a
Hold on.
situation where you,
it was
There's
just
no
us,
situation.
like an
No
exclusive situation.
Very simple. Have you ever said, hey, guys, this is my boyfriend?
I've never had to.
you're
You never,
Like,
you never,
I guess-
have you ever introduced a man to your family?
Oh yeah,
You have?
yes,
As your boyfriend? Yes, absolutely.
because it wouldn't let him in the house
Yeah.
otherwise.
So you said, this is my boyfriend.
Let me preface this by saying
Kay.
they're watching.
Kay's so against it.
No, I'm not. I'm just
Curve,
saying,
curve,
like,
curve. I got the
when you
questions.
think, like, when I think about, like, the situations that I've been, and I'm like, this isn't, like, the life that I want. Like, men are really hard to want to keep. Like, I'm not even trying to be funny or disrespectful. Like, the process of having
See
a man
this shit?
just doesn't seem as exciting. Like, I wish there was more. And it could be, like, the people that I pick. Like,
That's
it
what I was
really
about to-
could
that's-
be.
that's what I was about
But
to
I
say.
also think that it's, like, I always pick the wrong one. Why y'all not always
But
wrong?
here's the thing, Cash. Here's the thing, Cash.
Where's the common denominator, though?
No,
No, but Here, since
That's
you
what
want
I was about to
to,
get
let
at.
me.
That's what I was about to get at.
So let me go back to curve. I will say yes and no.
Yes and no what?
I will yes and no. Is there a defining like thing?
Relationship. Okay.
I will say for the longest, like I never asked what are we, but like I think there's like a common ground of like what this situation is. And so me avoiding that question kind of prevents me from like ever being like, oh, he cheated. Oh, he did me dirty. Because technically he's
You were never
not
together.
mine.
But
However,
yeah.
when there's a conversation, it's like, you don't hook up with other people. I don't hook up with other people. We're going to do this like life together. We're going to try to figure it out. And then like, if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. But I think like that is one defining where I was like, you know what? Like that shit was so whack and so toxic and so like shitty, especially how it ended. It's like, I never ever want to deal with that shit ever again.
Okay, I have a question. So the thing is, how do I put this delicately?
Don't put it delicate. I don't get offended.
So I guess I'm saying like, do you think there's something that you have to work on? That's not because this is a better way. Do you think there's something inherently in men that makes them hard to win? Because the thing is, at the end of the day, we're human beings. It's not like I don't think just because someone has a penis or someone has a vagina makes them a certain way.
No, I know, but I think
We
for
here
me,
now.
like I am honestly, genuinely terrified of men, and I'm gonna tell you that's literally
That's
the
fair.
basis
That's
of it.
fair.
Like for
That's
me,
fair.
like they
That's
actually
fair.
scare me.
That's fair.
And it's not
That's
even
fair.
like
That's
like
fair.
a cute scare. Like I'm honestly scared.
No, that's fair.
Like I
That's fair.
truly like. I don't like to go out at night. I
That's
don't
fair.
like.
That's fair.
You know, in college I was locked in a room.
Yes. you
So
did
like
talk
those
about
little
that,
things
yeah.
where I'm like,
yeah, you don't.
men
want
are just not like they're scary.
No, that's fair.
You know?
I-
So,
I,
like-
I think the environment would facilitate it.
What
like,
what I
it
would
makes it
what
fair.
I would ask is this, right? I guess as black folk, we always say that we shouldn't have like a uniform way of thinking, where it's like because you're black, you're this, right? And we don't want obviously other people to view us that way either, right? So my question then is like, and we're only supposed to ask 2 questions. We definitely violated that.
Yeah, for sure.
We gotta take
But-
this because Kay's not gonna give this
But
again,
my
bro.
thing,
like,
my thing is,
and I love Kay, so I'll take the
just in
opportunity
terms
to do
of
this.
men, right? Now I know obviously that situation was that situation, and we don't even have to go into that. But I'm just saying, do you ever look at men and say, he's different?
Yes, but
Then you get disappointed.
not even disappointed, but then I'm just like, what if it goes south? So I'm gonna stop it while it's good before if it goes south. Like
Okay.
I don't have to deal with that again.
So your thing, just from listening to you, it sounds like, and I've told you this before.
And I don't think it's a heartbreak thing. Like I genuinely don't think about
I don't
heartbreak or
think
like
that-
tacky shit. Like I
yeah.
honestly think like I don't want to deal with the fear of men, so I just don't do it.
But here's my thing, right? You say you don't want to deal with the fear of men. My thing is though, like, because I know what you're talking about. Obviously, it's different as guys because it's like we don't deal with the same fears and anxiety. Like we're guys. Like, I mean,
There's some guys
men do go through.
Yeah,
it.
there's some guys that.
Yeah, no,
that
absolutely.
That needs to be talked about way
Yeah,
more.
there's some
No.
guys that do.
But-
I know a guy
Not
that,
more,
yeah,
but
yeah.
like
Not more.
No,
because
I'm
yeah.
not more than what
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
I'm talking about way more
Yeah.
as in just in discussion.
okay,
the
yeah.
discussion of.
And I'll even preface that by saying, like, even with that conversation, I feel like men should be having it so it doesn't override, I think, what's happening in the women's space. 'Cause I
Yeah.
think, like, what's happened to
But
women
like
has to be,
also
has
like
to
when
be
you look
dealt
at
with.
this, like I don't even like to get like stat or whatever, but like how many men have committed crimes against women? How many
Right,
men
right.
have been serial killers? How
Right,
many men have
right.
done this? So like when you look at those numbers, that shit don't excite you to
Yeah,
get into a
yeah.
relationship.
It creates
That
a
shit
consciousness
literally
in your
doesn't
mind,
like.
yeah.
Or like for example, I just seen a story about this woman who's been married to this guy for 10 years. Whole time he's abusing the 9-year-old. Like that shit scares
Right.
me.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Like stuff like that. Like I do not want to deal with that. Also
Yeah.
because like I don't know my own strength. Like I have no idea what I would do
Right.
in like a situation like that. And I've been tested and I did nothing.
Right.
yeah.
So it's like
You might
and
be
that's
wrong.
that
Yeah,
that's
fair.
And the thing is like it's a like what we're talking about right now. Obviously, it's a very delicate conversation, and as men, it's so easy to like broify
forcing it. Why don't you just date?
Yeah. It's
I'm
easy
like,
to
bro.
broify it. And I'm trying my best not to do that because at the end of the day, like, I like to be empathetic towards people. I like to be empathetic towards people, and
Okay.
No, my shirt. I'm trying a new fashion sense, and it's all right. So, because I always wear black, so I don't mean to just. I'm just.
No, it's fine.
Realizing
This
the shirt
probably
is
get cut out.
see-through. So.
No, but
Probably get
seriously
affected.
speaking, like, I think for someone like just for you explaining it, I guess you're in a way caught in a difficult spot because of obviously that situation that you dealt with, and after that, like trying to situations that you've dealt with, and then through that ciphering through, like, I guess being in a relationship.
Yeah, bro, that shit's toxic.
You don't, yeah.
I'm not doing
And
that.
the thing is, like,
But then, like, I also like people are constantly like, oh, you have so many male friends. I'm like, I like knowing that I feel protected around my male friends.
Yeah.
Like sometimes, like, I would rather go out with my male friend than go out with my girls because not like I love my girls, but like sometimes it's like, damn, like, what if something happens? Like, are we gonna be able to? Like, I literally think about that shit all the time. For girl, like, I'd rather do girls' nights indoors or like dinners and like things like that. But like when it comes to going out, like, I'd rather hit up my boys and be like, let's go to the bar because I
Anything
know,
happens,
like, if I were to ever like,
To protect. Like,
yes, like it's just.
Do you know what I think it is? Like, man, these conversations are so hard for me. And actually, thank you, Kay, for, like, you know, just like doing this. No, because I know it can be. No, certain women don't have the emotional bandwidth to do it. But I like, and that's what I like about you. Like, you're able to go into those like areas and just like be able to be very open, even though it's hard. I notice you still do it. But like, I think if we like, because I understand. I think like the environment men have facilitated, and even just like giving men power. Men have made themselves monsters by just like giving themselves that power. And I think like people don't understand that the harm and the violence and like the fear it creates in a woman's consciousness. I've really noticed that. So the thing is, and this sounds, I don't want this to sound pretentious, but like it sounds pretentious. Fuck it.
Yeah,
but,
say what you have to say.
It's important that I ask this from you because I feel like I might not get another chance. So what would you personally, right? What do you think can, what would you think can be done for that relationship you have with men to change? Like, I guess in terms of like your small circle and in terms of like the world, like what do you think, like, you know what I mean? Like needs to happen between like the relationship between men, like, you know, needs to happen between men and women for it to like kind of feel like, oh, men are okay and it's a safe space. The reason why I say that is because you have a father. Right,
a great father, a great brother, and that's why I don't want to tarnish the relationship.
And that still doesn't provide enough for you to, you know what I'm trying to say? So I always wonder this, like when I hear this thing from like women, I always want to kind of like, okay, so I kind of know the answer, but I'm a guy. You know what I'm trying to say?
Because I have such a great dad and such a great brother, that makes it even worse, if that makes sense. It's like no one is ever going to lead up to what they can provide. So why even put myself through nonsense if they're never going to be half the man my brother or my dad are?
Okay.
So like to me, it's like, bro, if I need like, you know, I don't know if you guys saw this, but this girl, her car broke down on the side of the road and she called her brother.
My sister does shit all the time.
And the brother pulled up on her and was like, delete all the niggas in your fucking phone. Why did you call me before you call your man, the nigga you're sleeping with? Why did you call? Like, not the brother wasn't trying to be an asshole. Like, of course he was gonna help his sister, but he's like, why are you doing all this for them niggas? If when something's happened to you, you can't even call them. So to me, like, I would call my brother or my dad. Yeah, and I truly don't think that a man, like any other man, would be able to fill those shoes. So why torture myself? I'm not saying I'm never going to date. I don't want people to think like, okay, he's going to be single forever. But my friends also see it too. They're going to be like, yo, like, we hope you stay single forever because the energy you have, like, somebody could dull your shine at any moment.
I will say this though. I'm a firm believer in there's always somebody for somebody.
I hate that.
I really believe that.
No, okay, it's true.
It's true.
But I think
I don't want you guys to think you're giving me like an intervention, and I don't want you guys to think
this is a podcast, girl.
Oh no, I'm just saying.
Chopping
Like,
it up.
I don't want y'all to be like, oh, like she's like the innocent.
No.
Like no.
You?
Thank you. Let's not get that. Let's not get it twisted, y'all. I'm just saying that there's like.
You're opening up, and we're like, wow, we're learning who Kay is.
No, I know, but I'm saying like there's a like there is a reason for everything, but also it's like it's also half and half. Like I don't want to deal with men because I'm genuinely terrified of them, but then it's also like
that's what I was gonna
who's
say.
even out
But
there?
I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be real though.
Like,
And I have obviously I have younger siblings. One's 21, the other one's 19, and I always tell them like, yo, don't date.
yeah, chill, like
Like,
relax,
just-
take it
you're young,
take it
bro.
easy, take it
Take it
easy.
easy. You ain't got
Take it
no,
easy.
you got
Yo,
no business having no girlfriend.
Isn't it crazy? You're sounding like fathers,
Bro,
It's
and,
crazy,
and that's the
right?
thing. Like as an older brother, it's like in a way, it's like preparing you to be a dad because like when I'm the oldest, so like
And-
I've been through what you've been
Yeah.
through.
Yeah, but
And
it's
so
always like
I'm trying to navigate. Like, yo,
hard.
look, you can have your own experience and everything like that.
But
you
it-
gotta
it-
go through the
but
fire.
it ain't worth it
But
sometimes.
as like I wish I had an older brother to tell me, yo,
Yo,
that's what sucks being the oldest.
that's what sucks being an older
because like
brother.
when you're the oldest,
You're the
you gotta
experiment.
go through the
You gotta
fire.
go there and like
Yeah.
get hit
And
with
now
all
I
the
gotta tell
arrows.
you, I gotta like
you got to be the guy.
I gotta be responsible
Yeah.
for you. Like, and people used to always tell me, like, bro, that's your brother, that's your little brother. Why don't you? I'm like, nigga, I don't give a fuck. But as we've all gotten older and they're becoming like young men and
Yeah.
having their own personalities and like I have to talk to them like men, I'm like, bro, don't date. Like I'm anti-date,
Yeah.
and it's not because it's like I think women are this or women are that. I'm just saying like,
You just
don't put that stress and
You just don't
burden
have
on
the tools
yourself.
at that point. Do you know something I realized? My brother, right, is already good at talking with women and being like being with women like off the bat just from conversations with me. But I had to do that thing.
He trying to gas himself up.
No.
Conversations with
No.
me. He knows how to talk to me.
I'm saying
You
no.
know
But
what I
I mean,
mean?
I'm not gassing myself because the next like comment I'm gonna make is not gassing myself. I have to go through that phase where I was falling my face. Like you know, what I'm trying to say. You're talking.
So
to,
now you mastered the game.
Right.
You're talking to a girl like
He's
it's
like
kinda
wins and the losses
Yeah,
come with being bosses.
Yeah, now he good. Yeah, right. Nah,
But no, that's true. And I was gonna
Yeah.
say, like, not to sound like a raging feminist, but also like it's very telling when people who are married or in a relationship be like, "Don't get married, don't get cuffed, like stay how you are."
yeah.
And then like that telling
That's
joke
funny.
that's like, you break up with the girl, shorty got 3 masters and a whole job in a new house. Like, why wasn't she able to do that with you? Why
Yeah.
are we able to like succeed
Be-
with our
I
like
mean-
but wait, it's not about the
Succeed
man
singular.
either. Like
Yeah.
sometimes
That's
it's
what I was
like,
gonna say.
why are we able to do so much on our own, but when it comes to having a partner, like it's so hard to like do these things. Like I know this girl, she was on her way to med school, she was on her way to doing so much, she has a man and she isn't doing any of it. And I'm like, damn, is it the guy or is it the partnership? Is it him? Is it her? Like
I say this.
like what is it? Like
I-
why
I-
aren't we like? And then there's other times where I see couples succeeding like together,
Right.
like perfectly, and I'm like, what is going on? Like,
I-
is
that's
this a
on
person?
I think that's on the individual. Though.
Right.
But
right.
what it could be the partnership.
No,
too.
so
like
here's the thing. I
sometimes
think-
partnership itself. Like why you think you want to own your own business because you like solitude, you like doing your own thing,
Yeah.
you like working for yourself. You don't have to worry about nobody else when it comes to like your business and your work. Like that's how I think about like relationships. And don't think I'm not getting niggas.
You are getting niggas.
I am perfectly fine where I am.
We know, Kay. We know about the California adventures, Kay. We know.
What happened in California?
What happened in Cali?
Yeah, what happened in Cali, Kay? You should tell us. You should fill us in.
Do you know something?
I was in Cali and I saw Kay behaving the whole time.
I know.
Real nigga.
I heard she was an angelic being.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
What happened?
Yeah. I mean,
What got into Gids today, bro?
K solid. No.
trying to
But I love you, Kay. But here's the thing,
I
Kay.
know.
I'll contextualize this though, because I think with those things you're talking about is so sometimes is the dude actually stopping the girl because they're just an asshole. They're just getting away and they're jealous and like they feel like, oh, this girl's gonna be so great. And sometimes too, there's some women that don't do anything until the guy breaks up with them. It's kind of like, you know what? I'll make something of myself and I'll
It's
show
been like
him.
that too, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. And I'll
Well,
show him.
Yeah, of course, but that's why
Exactly.
I'm like, it's both. Like,
It's
is it
both.
the
It's context. It's
relationship, like
context.
the idea of
It's
relationship?
context.
Why can't we just?
It's
you know?
context, and then you have certain relationships where the girl is so successful, and with the guy, they're so successful. Like I know relationships where the dudes will go over and study with the girl.
Yeah,
You know what I
it's
mean?
a
And
beautiful
push her
thing.
and like yeah. And I know relationships where like the dude is always talking shit. I was like, yo, dude,
Yeah.
that's your.
I mean,
your girl. Like, why are you telling you talking
Yeah.
shit about your
Look.
girl?
We're running out of time, but let me tell this one really
Go
quick.
ahead,
Go ahead, kid.
I went to Philly on a solo trip, and I was at this bar, and I was sitting with this white woman. She's like in her 40s, and we became like really good friends.
No, you can't tell us
And
the story.
remember, I
know the
told you
story.
this.
Yeah, I know
I
the
told you
story.
guys. I don't think I told the pod.
No,
I'm gonna say it
no,
again.
yeah.
I know the
And
story. Yeah.
we're sitting here having a conversation, and she looks at me, and she's like, "I can tell you're single." And I was like, you took shots from the bartender too, girl. Like, we doing the same thing. Chill out. And she was like,
Pump your
no.
brakes.
And she's like, no, I can just tell, like, the energy you have, like, no man or, like, no partner has, like ruined you, drained you. And I was like, why you say that? She said she's been married. Her man was, like, 16, like, much older than she was. They had 2 kids, like, they were comfortable. And I was like, oh, why didn't you bring your... She's like, no, like, I still do my solo trips even though I'm married and even though I have kids, because, like, she tries to reminisce about her single life, and it has nothing to do with her not liking her man or her not liking her kids. She just honestly enjoyed, like, that time that she had for herself, to herself. And I was like, damn, like, I'm really enjoying the life that I have for myself. Like, do I really want to sacrifice it?
Right. But I think if the
to conclude, and I did try. Let's not say like I've been single. Like, I did try it.
It's just, yeah.
But
It just like...
But niggas were lame.
I think...
And then, like, once you show the interest, and that's when they, like, get weird and whack. It's like, you chased me for weeks.
But Kay,
I told you, like, yeah, like, this
you
could
don't
be
like
a thing.
guys that also
And
show
suddenly,
feelings.
I'm like...
Look at
But Kay, you don't like guys that be showing feelings to you either.
Look at
I know, but I'm like... Invisible Man is dead.
Invisible Man sit there and be like...
Give the stank face.
Chicken wing and fries, we don't go on dates.
He does it. He said that. You did say that.
He did.
But, like, that's just, like, I just, like, you know, after the honeymoon, my thing is... I don't know.
But Kay, you once told me, like, you don't like guys that be showing you, like, feelings
I
either.
don't like that, like,
I
love
don't
you
like
guys.
that, yeah.
That shit's
Kay,
so fake to me.
we're gonna revisit this conversation.
Why?
Right?
I said, for the sake of episode 1 coming back, I will chat.
So we're gonna have a
Until
special
then,
episode 1A.
No, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna take this conversation to Clubhouse.
Oh, I'm not
You know
going
what I'm saying?
on Clubhouse. You know I don't know how to use
Have a
that.
little chat. We're
Come
gonna
on,
have a
Kay.
little chat on
I don't
Clubhouse.
know how to use it.
Gidd is
show
the
you.
Clubhouse maestro.
We'll show you
He'll
how to
be able to
use it.
show
No.
you. Shout out to
We'll show you how
YouTube
to-
listening, viewership.
I don't
Shout
have
out to
Instagram
Spotify, Apple Music,
I'll show you,
Weirdos
I'll show
on
you.
Google. Shout out to all y'all. Much
The
love.
weirdos on Google.
They're not widows anymore.
They still kind of,
Still
it's
weirdos.
the ball. It's the
But
bottom
shout
line.
out to all
It's
y'all.
on the ball.
Episode 1, season 6, Then Therefore the podcast. We are back. We ready to roll. And any special shout outs for the week before we wrap up here?
My brain is blank. Y'all have me talking too much. I can't even think.
My brain is like.
Ready to take some shots?
No, not Clubhouse.
Eating and shots. Let's go. Shout out to my mama. Shout out to God.
Mama.
You know I love
Nah,
my
you
mama.
taking handles like
Shout out
steak.
to my mama. Shout out to God.
you
Shout
said
out,
it so much
shout out to
better.
Yeah,
Endo.
Endo says it.
Shout
Oh
out
my
to-
god,
shout
we
out
didn't
to
even
Hendo.
like ask Hendel the question.
We didn't ask Endo.
we didn't ask
Yeah,
him.
we didn't. Oh man,
We'll see how that
It's okay,
goes.
handle. It's alright.
Shout out to Invisible Man, back for another season, working hard. And shout out to all y'all, because without y'all, this podcast wouldn't be possible. So, as always,
She's rusty.
Oh shit.
stay tapped in.
Thank you for listening to episode 1 of season 6 of Then Therefore the podcast. I definitely appreciate the love and support thus far. Feel free to leave comments, subscribe, likes. For anyone, if you're listening to this on a streaming service, definitely leave us some reviews. If you're watching this on YouTube, fucking subscribe and like. We love y'all out there. Appreciate this love and support. Hope our enjoyment of recording shows through. And join us next week for episode 2.